Hello, I'm back. Had a lovely holiday. Went to a whole bunch of synagogues spanning the whole spectrum from Reform to Orthodox. Very lovely time, and now I'm back in Williamsburg. The neighborhood is absolutely popping off, and I am going to show you a very lively and very unusual thing that's happening here in the streets today. But before we do, I just want to talk to you for a few minutes and explain to you what's happening. So we are now in the intermediate days between Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the holiest day of the year. It is the day on which your verdict for the entire year is decided. It is a day that, in order to ensure that you get the best verdict possible, the Jews spend fasting, wearing white, and in prayer, and the preceding days are spent doing as many good deeds as possible in order to tilt the ruling of Yom Kippur in your favor. The metaphor for this season, the eve of Yom Kippur, is actually a scale in which we imagine two sides. One on which all your good deeds that you've done during the year are on, your charity and the mitzvot, and on the other side are the bad deeds. And depending on which side tips the scale, that's what your verdict is going to be. So it's a very, very serious time. Some of the things people will do in the preceding days in advance of Yom Kippur in order to try to amass more good deeds are, for instance, during Rosh Hashana, listening to the shofar, the blowing of the ram's horn, or on Rosh Hashana, you go to the water and you empty your pockets into the water, a metaphor for emptying your pockets of sin. And today we have a special ritual called Kapores, which involves swinging a chicken around your head in order to transfer the sins onto the chicken. I do want to say it involves live chickens, and some people might find it disturbing, so just a heads up, we're going to be heading into the neighborhood and we'll check out the chicken ritual. A lot of people are home today, and it's one of those days that everyone is dressed to the nines, and the fashionable way to get dressed is to have all of your children matching outfits, and they're coming out for the Kapores. We have right over here one of the stops where people do the Kapores. So the boys are manning the table, and the prayers for what you need to say as you swirl the chicken are up there for people to recite it. So the chickens are actually divided in male and female chickens, and the tickets are divided in pink and blue, and depending on your sex, you get a chicken matching that sex. So the boys here are asking everyone what sex they need in their chicken. We hear a very hysterical baby who's or a little girl who's very nervous about this. What do you think, Becca? Becca has a lot of sins. All you got to do is swing that chicken. Not enough. Two chickens. Two chickens for you. Well, it's a madhouse, as I knew it would be. Everyone is out.
This is not everyone.
This is not everyone.
Far from everyone. This is far from everyone.
Relative to always. It's incredibly lively. I love it. Becca, did you notice I have a haircut? You did? What do you think? Thanks. There are cops everywhere. We're going to go see if we can find one and ask them why they're all here. Hi, excuse me. Would you be comfortable if we ask you some questions for the camera?
I'm sorry.
Nothing incriminating. We just want to know why the NYPD is here today.
I can't.
You can't answer?
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
The real reason why the NYPD is here, and they don't want to talk to us, is because PETA people tend to come here during the chicken ritual and they protest. So this is a preventative measure in case some protests are up. So far we haven't seen anything. Everything's been just chickens and people swinging them. More cops. We're gonna talk to other cops. We just want to know why the NYPD is stationed here today.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's the religious holiday, and so to prevent any crimes with the religious holiday, we're here just to show presence and keep everyone safe for the holidays.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's, have you been given explicit instructions because of the counter protests?
I don't even know.
No?
That's what we were told. That's what we're given. That's what we're getting.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. Yeah, we have another chicken site. Someone is wearing an umbrella. I don't want the chicken to poop on them. So umbrellas and rain bonnets are common. So the boys here, their role seems to be to deliver the chickens and to be audacious in handling the chickens. And a lot of the little children, especially girls, are very, very afraid of the chickens. One of them was howling hysterically when the chicken was being swung over her head. What you have to understand is it smells of absolute death here. The stench of chickens goes with the whole scene and it is hard to breathe. Right? Back of your face. I used to find the chicken ritual to be, I don't know, exotic, strange, interesting, exciting. A lot of people here think it's exciting, but I think I've really started to feel differently about it since I have animals in my own life. And once I think you start to understand what animals are like, maybe it makes the chicken ritual very different. Here in this community, people don't have pets. And I think their attitude towards animals, even though it is strictly forbidden to cause harm to animals, Tzar Bal Chayim is strictly forbidden. The attitude towards animals is a little different. And I think that makes the chicken ritual more of a carnival day than it is for me at this point. Excuse me?
Yeah,
How much is a chicken?
$10.
$10 per chicken?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought it would be 12. Cheaper than I would have guessed.
Did you have with taxes?
So everyone is talking to me today. People are very, very eager to share. They think I don't know what's going on. They want to explain what's going on. And one woman was saying something that I forgot, that the chicken is sentenced to death. And by being sentenced to death, the human is sentenced to life. So whatever potentially bad verdict the person can get on Yom Kippur to maybe be sentenced to a bad fate, the chicken now gets so the person will live. I finished.